Strength and Tone. My name is Savvy. We're going to get started in a couple of seconds. Let me just quick break down our workout for you today. So we're going to have 3 circuits, 5 movements in each circuit, and then we're going to do each circuit twice through. Each move will be 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, and we'll have a nice 1-minute break in between each circuit. We're going to focus on legs, arms, and core for each circuit. They'll each have their own circuit and section. So we're going to start with our leg movements. Your first move, I'm going to quick turn to the side so you can see a nice lateral view. But all you do is you just step your left or your right foot back, and then you're just going to lift up your right leg so you find a nice little pulse, and then you kind of just touch your toes down. So you don't drop your foot all the way down, you just touch it down. And then we'll go over to the left side. Again, you're just pulsing your foot back. After that, we're gonna go into a nice lateral lunge, just moving side to side, getting nice and low. After that, we're gonna bring it down to the ground. We're gonna split up half of our time on our right leg, half of our time on our left leg. You're gonna be in tabletop position, leg reaches out as far back, and then you just touch to the back corners for the rainbow tap. Here is a nice side view of what it looks like. Again, going to the back corners, we'll do half side on our right leg, half side on our left leg. After that, we're gonna bring it down to the ground, laying down, feet behind, or in front of our butts, for a nice hip raise. So again, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. We do these moves twice through. We're starting with our leg pulse back with our right leg. We start in 3, 2, 1, 45 seconds. On this first leg, here's the side view. And then again, the front view. You're hinged over your hips. Chest is still lifted, hands can be on your hips. Again, you're just touching your toes down. You're not setting your full foot down. And then you're thinking about a nice little coin in between the bottom of your butt and where your leg meets. So you want to squeeze that coin in between your leg and your butt. You only have 10 more seconds left, then we get a nice 15-second break and move on to the left leg. We're finished in 3 seconds. In 2 and 1. Rest, shake it on out. Moving on to that left foot, coming up in 10 seconds. We start in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. Pulse that leg up. I'll do a lateral view this time so you can see me. Again, I'm hinged over my hips just slightly, but my chest is still lifted. I'm not bringing my chest down here. I'm keeping it nice and up. Hands are on my hips. I'm just touching my toes down to my mat, making sure that you're not flinging your leg up. You're just using a nice controlled lift. You're over halfway there. Keep it up right here, making sure that you're still breathing through, taking a nice deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Keep it up. We've got about 5 seconds to go. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Rest, shake it on out. Next up, we have the lateral lunge, getting a nice wide stance, a little bit farther than hips width distance. We start in 3 seconds. In 2 and 1. Let's go lateral lunge. Just going side to side. We're not stepping our feet in, just moving. Nice like this. You're thinking about pushing your butt back towards the back wall. Again, your chest is lifted. You're not down here. And then getting that nice knee bend in both knees. Making sure that your knee stays over your heel the entire time. Your knee doesn't push forward. Here for 15 more seconds. We're gonna move down to the floor for our rainbow taps. Coming on up. You have 5 more seconds. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Again, shake those legs out and then bring it down to the ground. Rainbow tap starting with our right leg. You extend your leg out and then tap to the opposite corners. We start in 3, 2, and 1. Go. Tap to those corners. partners, we're gonna do half of our time on our right leg, and then switch over to our left leg. That base leg, your left leg, you're not pushing your hip out to the left, right? You're staying nice and squared as much as you can. You're only moving your leg. We switch in 3, 2, 1, switch legs. Again, here is the wrong way. If you can see, my hip is really far over to the right. I want to pull that hip back so it's standing nice and straight. We're here for 5 more seconds. You have 3 seconds. 2 and 1. Rest. Bring it down to the ground. Or I guess we're already on the ground. Go to your backs. We're getting ready for our hip raise. We start in 5 seconds. You have 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Hip raise. Lifting up your hips and then squeezing your butt at the top. And then when you lift up your hips, you don't want to overlift. You kind of just want to lift just enough that your hips get up. Making sure that your core is nice and tight. Hands are placed on your mat. Breathing through right here. You've got about 20 more seconds to go. This is our last move in our circuit. We repeat right after this. 10 more seconds. Keep it up. Lifting and lowering your hips. You have 5 seconds. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Let's bring it on up. We're getting ready last time with those leg pulses. We start in about 5 seconds. We're starting in 3, 2, and 1. Lift up your right leg. Again, pulsing back towards that back wall. You touch your toes down. Nice little movement, keeping your toe touch nice, light, and feathery-like. Making sure that you keep on breathing through right here. Don't hold that breath. More than halfway there. Keep your chest lifted. If it helps, you can always grab onto your couch, a chair for balance. Here for 10 more seconds. You have 5 more seconds. We switch legs in 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Moving on to our left leg. Again, pulsing it back. We start in about 7 seconds. Coming up in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last time with our leg pulse. Lifting up your leg and then lowering your toes down. Having a little bit of a bent knee in your standing leg. You don't want to keep that standing leg super straight. You want to have that nice little bend. Give it a little give. Halfway there. You have your lateral lunge coming up next. 15 more seconds. Stay strong. Keep on breathing through. You have 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Finish. Shake out your legs. Again, lateral lunge side to side. This is your halfway point. We're here in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Stay nice and low. Especially when I move side to side, I try not to lower my head down or lift it back up. I try to stay the same height the entire time, which increases that heat in your thighs just a little bit more when you stay that consistent height. Again, your booty is pushed back towards that back wall. Chest is still lifted, and your knees are staying over your heels, not your toes. We have 10 more seconds. We're bringing it down to the ground for rainbow taps. Here in 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Bring it down to the ground for rainbow taps. You're on all fours in tabletop position. Extending out your right leg first. We start in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's go. Rainbow taps. Again, half of our time on the right leg and half of our time on the left leg. If it helps, you can always push your hands out just a little bit farther so they're not under your shoulders, they're just a little bit out farther in front of you. That will alleviate some pain on your wrists. Switch in 3, 2, 1, switch. Again, extending out your leg as far back as it can go, but making sure that standing hip is not moving. You have 5 more seconds. We move in 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Last movement in your leg circuit, we have hip raises. Laying down on our backs, we start in 5 seconds. You have 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Last leg movement right here. Lifting up those hips, lowering them back down to the ground. Core is tight, hands are placed on your mat or the ground. Finding that nice squeeze in your butt, in your hips when you lift up your hips. Just like that. Moving with intention each time. You have 15 more seconds. Keep it up. Last leg movement right here. We're moving on to arms next. We start in 3, 2, 1. Rest. Roll it on up. Grab a drink of water. Take a breather. We've got about a minute rest. Then we're moving on to arms. While you guys are resting, let me quick break down our arm workout for you. So your first move from the side view, it's going to be a mini tricep push-up. So hands are right underneath your shoulders, and what you're going to do is you're going to lift up and then bring it back down, just like you would do in yoga for that upward dog pose. Just like that. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to go up and down. Your next move after that, we're going to bring it to our knees. We're going to do arm circles forward for half the time and then do arm circles back for the other half. After that, you're going to be in tabletop position, or you're going to be in a plank position rather, sorry. And then you're going to bring your arms up for a renegade row without the weight. Here's what it looks like from the side. And then after that, we're going to be on our butts for a tricep dip. And then your last move, again on your knees, you're going to double pulse back, double pulse forwards for half the time, and then double pulse down, double pulse up for the other half. So a lot of movements. Don't worry if you forgot any of them. I will remind you as we go along. We're starting on our stomachs for those mini tricep push-ups. Again, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. We are starting in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. You lift all the way up and all the way down, or you can lift halfway up and then halfway down. If that helps you feel it more. Sometimes I like to go all the way up and I feel it more, and sometimes I like to go halfway. Making sure that you're not holding your breath here. You're pushing your feet down to the ground. You're not letting them lift up. You have 10 more seconds to go. Keep it up. We're on our knees. In 5 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Bring it on up to your knees. We're getting ready for our arm circles. Again, you can be up on your knees or you can be down on your heels. We are starting in 5 seconds. You have 3, 2, and 1. Let's circle our arms forward. Making sure that your shoulders are down your back, your neck and chin are lifted. You can go super big with your circles, or you can keep them nice and tight, whatever you want to do. We're switching directions in 3, 2, 1. Let's switch directions. This time we're circling back. Again, you can do big circles, or you can do tiny circles. Up after this, you have your renegade renegade row in plank position or on your knees. We're moving in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Shake those arms out. Again, you're in your plank position or on your knees, and then you're just pulling your arms up, kind of between your armpit and your hip. We start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go on your knees or your toes. Lifting up your arms, making sure that you try not to rock your hips back and forth. Making sure that you're still breathing through. You are not holding your breath. Keep it up right here, over halfway there. You have 2 more moves, then we repeat. 10 more seconds to go. Keep it up. Pull those arms up. You have 5 seconds. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Coming over to your booties. We got your tricep dips. We start in 5 seconds. Coming up in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go tricep dips. Trying to keep your stomach in line with your knees as much as possible. So when I lift, I have a nice flat line. Again, trying to get as flat as possible. If you're not totally flat, that's okay. I know I'm not. And then when you lower down, you're not dropping your butt. You're keeping it hovered just about an inch. You have about 15 seconds to go. Keep it up right here. If you need to take a break in between or during these exercises, feel free to. And join us when you're ready. You have 5 seconds. Here for 3, 2, 1. Rest. Next up, we're on our knees for our last movement. Before we repeat, it's double back, double forwards, then double down, double up. We're starting with back and forwards in 3, 2, 1. So it's double back, double forwards, back and forwards. You're alternating which hand goes on top when you go to the front, or when your hands meet in the front. Again, your shoulders are down your back and your chest is lifted. We switch in 3, 2, 1. So now it's double down, double up, down, and up. Really watch your shoulders this time when you lift up those arms, because that's when you're prone to lifting up your shoulders. So try to keep them down as much as you can. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Shake those arms out. We're repeating this circuit one more time. Almost finished with our arms, and you're already halfway through your workout. We're starting with mini tricep push-ups in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Mini tricep push-ups. Again, you can go all the way up, extend those arms, or you can hover halfway. Whatever helps you feel it the most. Again, this is a perfect time to check up on your shoulders. Are they up by your ears or are they down your back? Also a great time to check up on your toes. Are they trying to lift up when you lift up, or are they staying glued to the ground? You have 5 more seconds. Here for 3 more, 2, and 1. Rest. Bring it up to your knees, getting ready for your arm circles, forwards and then backwards. We start in 5 seconds. Coming up in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Circle those arms forward. You can be up on your knees or back on your heels. Keeping your shoulders down, going big or small with your arms. This second round, I am feeling it. I was feeling that first round too, but now I'm really feeling this second round. We switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Rather, we're switching directions. You're gonna circle your arms backwards. Again, coming back to that breath, inhaling through your nose, open mouth, exhales. That will release some of that that heat that's creating in your body. You have 5 more seconds. You are here for 3 more, 2, and 1. Rest, shake out those arms. Getting ready for renegade rows in either plank position or on your knees. Either one works fine. We are starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Renegade rows. Pulling your hand up towards the side of your body. Checking in to make sure that your hips are not moving and you're not twisting your shoulder open. So this is the wrong way and this is the right way. So obviously your shoulder is going to move a little bit, but you don't want to over-exaggerate that shoulder movement. 15 more seconds to go. We're moving on to our tricep dips, coming up in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Bring it on over to your butt, getting ready for tricep dips. Making sure that your core is nice and tight. You want to protect your back. Starting in 3 seconds. In 2, and 1. Let's go. Tricep dips, second to last move. Then we're finished with our arms. Thinking about launching those hips up. Launching with your arms, with your triceps. Hands are pointed out towards the side, or your fingers are pointed out towards the side. Over halfway there. Keep it up. You can go super fast with these. You can go nice and slow. Either way, I know you're going to find some heat in those arms. You have 5 more seconds. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Last arm movement, those double pulses. Backwards and forwards, and then down and up. Last movement of your arm circuit coming up in 3 seconds. In 2, and 1. Let's go. Double pulse back, double forward, hips back, and forwards. Just like that. Making sure that you're still breathing. This is probably the most perfect time to be working on that breathing. Switching in 3, 2, 1. Let's switch. It's double down, double up, down, and up. Last couple seconds right here. Then we have our 1-minute break, and we're moving on to core, our last and final circuit. Here for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Shake it on out. Grab a drink of water. Let's take a breather. All right, coming up, core. Let me quick break it down for you. Your first movement, hands are going to go behind your head. You're going to be kneeling, hips width distance, and all you're doing is crunching side to side, stopping in the middle, and then crunch and crunch. After that, you're going to lay on your back. Legs are going up the wall, hands behind your head, and you're crunching up, straight towards your legs. Then after that, you're going to be in a side plank. You can either be up on your toes, or up on your feet, or down on one knee. That's how I'm going to quick demo it, but you're just going to, or arm is reaching up, and then you're just going to reach through your body and lift up, reach through, and lift, and then we'll do that on the other side, and then your last movement is going to be a plank, and for this plank, you can do any type of plank you want. It can be a low plank on your forearms, it could be up on your hands, you could be doing mountain climbers, toe taps, really whatever you want to do, that's your plank. But yeah, 2 times through, 45 on, 15 off. We're starting with our side crunch on our knees, coming up in 3 seconds. In 2, and 1, let's go. Crunch side, center, side, center. You're kind of going nice and slow here, really exaggerating that side crunch. So you're cinching your side together, and that other side, your opposite side, elongated. Thinking about keeping your hips where they are, right? You don't want to push your hips out as you're crunching. You want to keep your hips where they are and then just focus on the crunch. You have 10 more seconds. We're getting ready to lay on our backs, legs up the wall. We're moving in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. Rest. 15 seconds. We're laying on our back, legs up the wall. You're crunching straight up. Or your hands could be out in front of you and you can lift up as well if you don't want your hands behind your head. We move in 3, 2, and 1. So here's what it looks like with your hands behind your head. And here's what it looks like with your hands out in front of you. Remembering that you're not necessarily crunching towards your legs. You're thinking about crunching up towards the ceiling. Halfway there, keep it up. Back is pressed against your mat. You're thinking about a brick right on top of your stomach and it's holding everything down. Here for 10 more seconds. You have 5 seconds. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Bring it on up. Getting ready for that side plank reach through. Again, you can be up on both feet. You can be on one knee. You can even be down on both knees like a mermaid. We start in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. It's reach through and up. You can be on your hand for this. You can be down on your elbow. There's just so many options for this side plank. And then another option here with your moving hand, you can always bring it behind your head for this type of crunch if you don't necessarily like moving your arm all the way up and all the way down like that. You have 10 more seconds. Then we move on to the other side. You have 5. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Other side. Again, up on your hand, on your elbow, both feet. One knee, both knees. We start in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Either reaching through or crunching down. Really focusing our core work today on our sides. Making sure another really important thing is you're staying out of your base shoulder. So my shoulder, I'm not down like this, I'm staying nice and lifted. So that also means that my chest is lifted as well. You have 10 more seconds. We're here for 5, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Getting ready for your plank. Any type of plank you choose to do. We're starting in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. 45 seconds plank. You can be high plank, low plank, toe taps, mountain climbers, anything you want to be doing. You can be on your knees, making sure that you're breathing through your head, neck, shoulders, hips are all in line with each other. Halfway there. We repeat the circuit one more time after your plank. Keep on breathing. You have 10 more seconds. You can do anything for 10 seconds. Keep it up for 5 more seconds. You have 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Bring it down to your knees. Shake out those arms. Great job. Let's do this one more time. Going back to those side-to-side crunches. Then we have stretching and you're finished. We start in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Side-to-side crunch. Again, you're stopping in the center and then going to the side. Making sure that you're not holding your breath here. Chest and shoulder, chest is lifted, shoulders are down. Hip is not pushing out to the side. More seconds to go. Thinking about cinching your sides together and then extending them. You're here for 5 more seconds. You have 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Bringing it down to the ground again for legs up the wall crunches. We start coming up in 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1, let's go. Lift it on up. Hands behind your head or out in front of you. You're gluing your back to your mat. Resisting that urge to lift up your back. If you have your hands behind your head, you're thinking about keeping your elbows away from your face. You don't want your elbows up here. You want them nice and out away, so I can't see my elbows in my side view right now. 10 more seconds to go. You have 5, 3 more seconds, 2, and 1. Rest. Getting ready for our side plank reach through. I'm gonna go down on my elbow and my one knee for this. Again, you can be on your hands, on your feet. We start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Either reach through or crunch. Both work the same. And then I guess I should mention, for me, and even for you, you might feel it on the opposite side. So I'm feeling it on my left side right now, even though I'm holding my right side up. So I'm not necessarily feeling it down here, but more up here. And that's totally okay because guess what? We're working on the other side, so you're hitting everything no matter what. You have 5 more seconds. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Split those legs. Left side, this move in your plank, and then we are finished with our workout. We're here in 3, 2, and 1. Go. Reach through or crunch. Staying out of your base shoulder as well as your hips are lifted, right? You don't want your hips to go down here. You want them nice and lifted because then you wouldn't really be in a side plank. Halfway there. Finding a nice rotation. You have 10 more seconds. Coming up to our last move in 5, in 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Getting ready. Last plank. Mountain climbers, toe taps. You could do spider crunches. Last 45 seconds of work. Give it all you've got right here. We start in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. 45 seconds on the clock. Your last move of your workout. Burning it out right here. You are halfway there. Keep it up. Keep on breathing. Power through. 10 more seconds. Let's go. You have 5 seconds. Here for 3 more. 2, and 1. Bring it down to your knees. Let's go straight away into child's pose. Rest your forehead on your mat. Open up your knees. Toes can come to touch. Give yourself a pat on the back. You just finished your workout. Did an amazing job. Now let's stretch. So let's bring it to our butts. Quick do seated half pigeon. Take your right ankle, cross it over your left knee. You're gonna walk your left heel in towards your butt, and then you're gonna actively try to push your knee towards me to open up that right hip. And then if you want a little extra stretch, a little more, you can puff your chest open, keep those shoulders down, making sure that you're just coming back to that normal breathing, inhaling and exhaling through your mouth. This feels so good right now. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch out those legs. This time, left ankle crosses over your right knee. Again, you're walking your right foot towards your butt, and then you're actively pushing your knee towards me to open up your left hip. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Unravel your legs. Just bring your feet out in front of you. Inhaling your arms up high. Exhale, reach forward towards your toes, grabbing whatever you can grab. Maybe that's the tops of your toes, your shins, maybe even closer to your knees. No worries. Wherever you feel that tightness, stop right there. Try not to overstretch right now. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Shaking out those knees. Let's quick get our arms. Bring your right arm or your left arm across your body. And then right arm this time across your body. Making sure that your thumb is up, it's not down or to the side. I don't know if you can see that. Shaking up those arms. Let's get your triceps. Thinking about kind of pushing your head against your elbow or the insides of your elbow. Shake it out, and other side. Again, thinking about pushing against your arm. And shake it out. All right, well, that is the end of our workout. I hope you enjoyed it.